Hello, my name is Mad Max. Welcome to the commented and also extended edition of my most successful video to date. The reason I'm making this is, first, the original video was bad. There were like 30 seconds of red screen in there. The audio quality was bad, the commentary was bad, the video quality was bad. Basically, today I look at it and I constantly cringe. Basically everything I did wrong back then, because I just didn't know how to do, I tried to fix with this video. Also, you know, I get a lot of questions on the original video, so I guess I will actually tell you what I do in this video instead of listening to Super Mario, which is the reason I cannot put any ads in the original video. Anyway, so
and it's pretty
oh, this
cool.
beard, oh my god. What?
I mean, I can print
Why
out
did
parts
I
of the machine, so
have this beard? Why did I think this looked good?
Right?
It doesn't.
I think without
So,
further ado,
now I'm going to start and I'm going to notice, I don't have any watchers. So let's just leave the camera rolling and go buy new watchers and it will be funny, right? I have no idea why I did that. I mean, today, what I would do, I would stop the camera, I would buy washers, I would start a fresh new take. Why did I think it was a good idea to leave the camera rolling? And also, first of all, chewing gum and making a video. Oh god. Second of all, this washer joke that is coming up. Oh shit. Like I cannot even look at it. It's so bad. So I actually bought a complete set of screws and so on and so forth, but the washers just weren't included for some reason, and I actually got some money back for it. I cannot tell you where I bought it, and I won't tell you where I bought it for two reasons. Number one is that I don't know anymore. Number two is that the prices have most likely changed, and I did all of this to basically pay the least amount of money possible. So it wouldn't be good advice anymore. And third, the Prusa Mendel just isn't really good. There are better alternatives today. So I just would advise against building the Prusa Mendel. Instead, go ahead and build the Mendel 90. Oh, in background, Teach Us to Sit Still from Tim Parks. Pretty good book. I believe the washer joke is coming up.
Just think about all of the stuff you can do with washers, right? You can use them to separate your nut from whatever you're doing. You can use them as spacers and as washers. Seriously, dude, they are only washers.
Like,
Don't get
oh my
overexcited.
god, I cannot even look. A little known fact, in the back you see a clock. The reason I put that there is so you can actually see how much time is actually being spent, because, you know, I knew this was going to be a time-lapse video, because nobody wants to watch me for like N hours putting this thing together that didn't turn out to be very good. So I put this clock there so you can actually, you know, see the real time, and you can see how inefficient the Prusa design is by how much time it takes to do simple stuff. Like what you see right now. What do I want to do? I want to attach the Y-axis motor. See how long this takes, because I have to screw the nuts all the way onto the wrong threaded rods. There are actually 3 long threaded rods and 4 short ones, and I use the long ones, which is wrong. So I have to disassemble it all again later, which takes like 20 minutes. It's just really inefficient. The Mendel 90 does it all better because it uses sheet material. And I guess I will make some videos about the Mendel 90, like a step-by-step guide about how to build it and stuff like that. So you can look forward to that. But it will take some time. I'm still printing all the parts. I guess maybe end of the week, but don't hold me to that. See how long it takes to attach simple stuff? Oh my god. And now I have to disassemble it all again. Now it dawns on me I'm an idiot, and I have to disassemble it all again. Oh well. So, in case you're wondering, I have looked at the new Prusa design. There is a new Prusa version in development. It's called Prusa i3, Prusa Iteration 3. And yeah, it's better than the Prusa. It fixes a lot of the problems, but it's still not as good as the Mendel 90 in my opinion. Like, it looks, we cannot know for sure now, but it looks more expensive than the Mendel 90, and it also looks less stable than the Mendel 90, and it also looks more difficult to build. than the Mendel 90 and more difficult to maintain because it still uses threaded rods. Why would you do that? It's a horrible idea. Like everywhere where the threaded rods go into the plastic parts, it's like a hinge. So it's pretty unstable. Basically, the pressure ice reuses like a sheet of metal and as so that you don't have any axe wobble. And then you have kind of a threaded rod frame around that where your y-axis is attached, but it's better than the original, but it's still not good. All right, so that's actually what I'm doing here is actually a mistake. Like I'm doing exactly what's in the pretty good manual. Oh, this is something you should do if you would want to build a Prusa Mendel for some reason. You should take a piece of wood and you should cut it to the right length so that you can just hold it onto your triangles, and you can make a triangles true equilateral triangles by doing that. And oh my god, if anyone would actually see me using a saw, like anyone with shop experience would see me use this saw, oh my god. Like everything I do is so unsafe because this apartment is so small and I don't have any space and I don't have a good workplace and you know. Oh, fun fact, by the way, this table is older than I am. Like in the corner, there are still marks where I bashed it with a hammer when I was 3. And the table was already a couple years old back then. So it's a really awesome table. Now you see that the table actually bends a lot when I put my weight on it. Because there are only 3 pieces of wood holding it together, and it was incredibly unstable until I actually built a new table. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to restore the tabletop yet, which is a shame because it's a really nice wood, it's really old, and I would love to restore it, but don't have the space for it yet. Okay, so yeah, another mistake. Those bar clamps do not have to be right underneath the Z motor holders because, as you will see now, there's a threaded rod that goes in there. And on the threaded rods, you put 2 new bar clamps, and that is where your Z-axis will go. So that is what you have to make sure is completely vertical from your Z motor holders, like I do now. So you obviously have to do that so your Z-axis is indeed vertical on both sides. That's another thing that the Mendel 90 does way better, because you just screw it to a sheet, and a sheet is, like a piece of MDF is flat. Well, more flat than you get this, at least. And another fun fact, full of fun facts today, this Laserman was my only tool. Like I didn't even have an Allen wrench. And you know, all those screws were hex screws. And I screwed them all in with the Laserman. And it worked. You know, Laserman is great. You should buy one. It's awesome. And 25-year warranty. Oh my god, the y-axis. Oh god. You see this gray piece of quote-unquote wood in the background? And here you see another thing that sucks with the pressure. Like, making sure your Y smooth rods are parallel is a pain in the ass. Like, I did it to 1/100th of a millimeter, which is unnecessary, but it's a pain in the ass. In the back, this brown piece of something, I thought it was wood, but it wasn't. Back then, I had no idea what I was doing. And as it turns out, you cannot screw into it. You cannot glue it. It's basically more like a piece of fabric than wood. It's like cardboard, but you drill it, and it's like you drill in a coconut. Really, that's how it is. It's horrible. So right here, I'm taking great care to mark all the holes where I should drill. As it turns out, you cannot really drill into it, especially not with the metal drill I'm using. I'm still using a metal drill for 3mm holes because I don't have a 3mm wood drill. I only have a 4mm wood drill. Anyway, it's a pain in the ass to get this on. All these screws were like, it just didn't work out. So now I try to glue it, and that also doesn't work. Because have you ever tried to glue a piece of plastic to a coconut? That doesn't work. Spoiler alert. That just doesn't work at all. Oh my god. So later I bought a piece of multiplex that's really lightweight and it's really nice and easy to drill, and I replaced those individual bearing holders with like one solid piece of printed material. So basically my new Y carriage is one solid piece of plastic. So it's really simple to glue on, well, screw on, and just awesome. The Mendel 90 also uses the design you see here. So I'm curious to see how that turns out. At least the Mendel 90 comes with drill guides, so you cannot really do anything wrong. And the drill guides are actually, the Mendel 90 is so awesome. I will make a video about it. I don't want to spoil it all. It's incredibly cool. Like you have a Python script that builds your machine, and it automatically, you can completely customize it, screw sizes, sheet sizes, and so on. And it even renders you new drill guides based on your sheet sizes and so on. Yeah, so here I believe my smooth rods are bent, but it's actually my table. And even, even if your smooth rods are bent a little, it's pretty simple to get them to be straight again. You just basically bend them back. Wow, I feel the pain looking at that. It was so much work for nothing. Like basically the first thing I did is to replace this. I didn't even go to printing, like I replaced it right away. Here's where I cut out the video, because for some reason, I can play it fine, but when I render it, it's completely red. It's just like a red frame. I have no idea what it. Alright, so here I'm trying to get the Z-axis on, but that's actually where I break the X idler, because I punch at it with a hammer, a geologist's hammer, which you shouldn't do. I mean, those things are built to crush rocks, so you shouldn't necessarily use it for fine adjustment of your of your plastic parts. Now, the problem is, why I did that is that I couldn't push the smooth rods through the idler, so now the distance between the two smooth rods was too small. So what I did is that I attached 2 additional nuts to the holder you see in the front there, and then it worked, because then I could vary the distance between the Z motor holder and the frame. And this is where, for some reason, the video ends. I have no idea why I didn't film more. Like, I just recently, like yesterday, I found an SD card. And on this SD card, I found this, what you see right here. Oh my god, do you see that the Y smooth rods are bent? Well, look what happens now. Now I put in the springs. There are springs that are pushing the threaded rods up. And I push the threaded rods in, and look how far the Y-axis is bent. Like, I completely, basically destroyed those smooth rods because I was an idiot. And to my defense, I have to say it sucks getting the threaded rods into into the X-axis idler and holder. Anyway, that was the extended and commented version of the time-lapse build of the Prusa Mendel. I hope I answered a couple of your questions, and I hope this video is better than the original one. So, my name has been Max. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.